Welcome back. We are back with week 4 of Friday Night Fever. I am Avery Hilliard.
And I'm Daniela Oropeza.
And man, these weeks are moving. Week 4 already?
I know.
That's crazy. And then you're joining me tonight?
I know. I am excited to be here. It's been a while since I've read highlights. It's been since college, but it's going to be an exciting night that you don't want to miss. So stay with us.
Yeah, you got it, Daniela. I'm sure you do. Now let's get straight to game of the week.
The Friday Night Fever Game of the Week is sponsored by Game Day Haircuts.
It was homecoming down at Mantachie. Just take a look at your screen at these beautiful girls who were on the Hoco court, sitting pretty behind the end zone outside the gate, of course, so they wouldn't get hit. Now on the field, that's where it was going down between the Smithville Seminoles and the Mantachie Mustangs. The last time these two teams met, the Seminoles would get the best of the Mustangs, winning 21-14. So the Mustangs, you know, they went into this game looking for a win and to remain undefeated at home. Now, first quarter, Mustangs ball. Ball is snapped, and number 14, Garrett Hopkins, gets the ball, and he will take it in for the touchdown. I had to watch out for the ref. That's why the camera shake. I didn't want to get hit, but Mustangs on the board first. Band loving that. They got a quick tune right there. Right here, we have the Mustangs setting up for the PAT, but they switch up and try to go for the 2-point conversion, but number 10, Kanan Jones, is sacked. Seminoles number 20, W. Hayden Long, scores 6-0 Mustangs. We have the punt right here from the Mustangs. Number 10, Peyton Spann for the Seminoles, gets the ball, takes off. Look at him go. Running past Mustangs right here. Whoop, miss me. You're not going to get me until he goes on the sideline. He had a good run. Crowd loving that right there. Second quarter, missed the snap, but I got a Mustang booking it to the end zone. It was number 8, Micaiah Morgan. Oh, yeah, he was feeling himself after that. Now, do you all want to see him do it again? No? Well, I have it for you anyway. Morgan got the snap and jetted to the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Score 14-0 Mustangs. Now, this was a back-and-forth game after I left, but the Seminoles would end up winning. They are keeping their winning streak against the Mustangs. Final score, Mantachie 22, Seminoles 28.
And the action continues over in Monroe County, Amory versus Aberdeen, a Monroe County rivalry that dates back to the early 1900s. Tonight they squared off in Aberdeen. Check this out. Before the game, they crowned Mr. and Mrs. AHS Thomas Williams and Caitlin Hubbard. But then the Aberdeen student pilots, known as the Sky Dogs, flew over the stadium. And then the action kicked off. The Aberdeen cheerleaders hyping the fans up. The Bulldogs go for 2. And get it, it's then 8-0 Aberdeen. But Amory tries to answer. That's a pass to Javoris Dora that you're about to see for a really nice gain. The Panther cheerleaders love that. You have to see all of their beautiful faces as they cheer on their fans. And then the next play, it's quarterback Tristan Crump looking long and finding his receiver TJ Bailey for a nice gainer right there. And then, of course, Amory cheerleaders shouting once again. Now later in this game, Amory trying to pass, but the pass is blocked. Look at that. Then early in the second quarter, Aberdeen would score again. Fooled our cameraman. Check this out. An extra point was no good, though, but the Bulldogs were still on top, 14-0. The Bulldogs get the win at home tonight. The final score, Aberdeen 28, Amory 9.
Now, we've got a few more scores for you tonight. The Louisville Wildcats made the trip to Oktibbeha County to take on the Starkville Yellow Jackets. Final score there, Louisville 16, Starkville 36. The Tupelo Blue Wave went to Charger Country to take on Oxford. Tupelo got the win this time. Final score, Tupelo 20, Oxford 13. And the Wildcats of Calhoun City drove down Warrior Drive to take on Senatobia. Final score from Tate County, Calhoun City 14, Senatobia 17. All right, now week 4, those were some good games we had right there. Cheerleaders, Hoco Court looking really good.
I know, all those beautiful dresses.
Bringing back memories. I know. And it didn't today, but I know a lot of Hoco Courts got moved inside, but the game still had to go on.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a boys' game. They're fine with it. Now, who is also outside? The band.
Right.
They're playing the tunes.
Very important part.
Somebody gets the touchdown. They got the drums going. They sounded real good. So let's show you all the band of the week.
The Friday Night Fever Band of the Week is sponsored by Northeast Mississippi Community College.
All right, now I did not mention it, but for Band of the Week, that was the Aberdeen Bulldogs. And then for Cheer of the Week, who you just saw, those were the New Albany Bulldogs.
So both Bulldog teams,
Yes.
very nice. But let's get back to some highlights.
Yes, it's homecoming night for the New Albany Bulldogs. The Bulldogs taking on the Caledonia Cavaliers. I know they're ready to hit the field. The Cavaliers didn't take too long to score. Quarterback Tyler Long passes it to Cohen Clark with a nice catch. Clark runs it to the end zone, and the Cavaliers celebrate for their first touchdown. All the teammates going down and cheer on their teammate. And then we're going to have a sighting of the cheerleaders sounding good. Bulldog quarterback Brandon Shuttles passes to Kylan Knox, who finds a wide open space to run the ball all the way to a touchdown. Look at that man go. And then, of course, we have to have a celebration. Here we go. He said, hey. And here we have the cheerleaders yet again sounding good and looking good. The Cavaliers' Tyler Long passes to Cole Garner, who then tosses the ball to Owen Bird. Bird has the ball and makes a dash past the Bulldogs. Look at that man go. He's still going. Nobody is stopping him nor catching up with him. He was gone. Mama, that's a bad man right there. All right. And then coming up, we have that Hoco Court, who's looking beautiful as ever. Beautiful. Then it was a touchdown central night at this homecoming game. Bulldog Brandon Shuttles sends the ball to Isaiah Simpson, who was just out running the Cavaliers to the end zone for a touchdown. And this was all in the first quarter. Final score from Kitchensfield, Caledonia, 21. You all listen to this. New Albany, 66. They showed out on homecoming. My goodness.
They did. But we've got several more finals for you tonight. A big matchup on the Alcorn-Prentiss County line. Booneville's Blue Devils went to the Lions Den to take on Biggersville. The final score, Booneville 19, Biggersville 49. And Kosciuszko went up the road to take on the Olive Branch Conquistadors. The Whippets ended up getting the win tonight with the final score, Kosciuszko 48, Olive Branch 21. And it was the battle of the Warriors in Pontotoc County tonight. Corinth taking on Pontotoc. Pontotoc got the win at home, 17-14.
And a few Academy games for you tonight. Delta Academy Raiders taking on the Calhoun Academy Cougars. It was Calhoun Academy's game all night. Final score there, Delta 12, Calhoun 58. The Oak Hill Academy Raiders hosted the Wolves from Rossville Christian, Tennessee. Final score from West Point, Rossville 39, Oak Hill 24. And Bayou Academy's Colts were at Starkville Academy to take on the Volunteers. Final score, Bayou 7, Starkville Academy 42.
And you can find all of these final scores and more on our website, WTVA.com, and at the bottom of your screen. Yeah. And if you don't see your team's score, just email us, sports@WTVA.com. These Saturdays are coming quicker and quicker each week, and it felt like we were just talking college football, but now we are here again talking Ole Miss and Mississippi State, gearing up for another SEC Saturday.
Yeah.
Us alumni from Ole Miss got our blue on this Friday.
Hotty, but let's give you all a preview. Now, the number 13 Ole Miss Rebels are coming off their third win of their season. They took on the Arkansas Razorbacks last Saturday at home for their first home game, and they got the W. The final score was Ole Miss 41, Arkansas 35. This Saturday, they are back at home to take on the Tulane Green Wave. Tulane is coming into this game 3-0, just like the Rebs. But only one team gets to win, so we will see who that will be tomorrow. The game kicks off at 2:30 p.m. and you can catch that on ESPN.
And moving on to the Dogs, MSU is 3-0 as well after beating Alcorn State 63-0 last Saturday. Talk about being brave in that game. This Saturday, the Northern Illinois Huskies are coming to Stark Vegas. They are 1-1. Will they go back home with a win or loss? We will see. That game kicks off at Davis Wade at 3:15 tomorrow afternoon on SEC Network.
Thank you all for joining us. Have a great and safe night.